So it's time for another video. This is a contest video response. The contest is one being run by Richard McCook, a channel that I follow regularly. Richard's a great guy, and he's come up with this quarter contest. Not quite sure what the quarter means. More about that when I get to the end. So there are a few questions to be considered. I've got my notes here, and the first thing that Richard wanted to ask contestants to do was to give 4 eponymous albums. Now, eponymous means that the title of the album is the same as the artist's name. And he did Queen, the first album by Queen. Well, I'm not going to do Queen, but I have got 4. And the criteria for selecting these really was its impact on me. Obviously, I like these albums a lot, and I'm familiar with the tracks more so than others. There are quite a number of eponymous title albums. They're not all first albums, but often they are. And I'm going to get started. The first one I've got, it is the first album. We're in 1991, and it's the eponymous Seal by Seal. It was in fact his first album. I loved this album when it came out in 1991, still do, and 3 absolutely awesome singles off this album, which really brought you in touch with his beautiful, soulful, disco-style voice, and they were, of course, Crazy, Killer, and Future Love Paradise. So that's my first choice. Second choice, we're in 1970, and this is the eponymous Ry Cooder, by Ry Cooder, and again, it was his first album. And I really love How Can a Poor Man Survive This and Live, which is absolutely awesome. And Alimony, another track that I recall. And Ry Cooder became a huge listener in my catalogue of listening. I listened to his albums and go throughout his discography right up until his latest, The Prodigal Son. But Ry Cooder, his debut, he left the influences of Beefheart and Zappa to start his solo career. Third choice, this is Prince by Prince, and it's in fact his second album, not his debut. And this was released in 1979, and a couple of real great songs on here. I Want to Be Your Lover, which was a big single, sort of funky sort of stuff that I really warmed to. And the other, I Feel For You, another great song, which was also in his set list. And it very much, again, launched me on a I Love Prince road. And still come to terms with his death, really, at a relatively young age. He was about 56, 57. And the fourth choice, 2005, this eponymous release, Corinne Bailey Rae, title artist Corinne Bailey Rae, and this was her first album, and what a smashing album it is. I really took to her a fantastic array of soulful songs, and she was also a very capable acoustic guitar player. And the big ones on this album was Like a Star. I remember watching her live American concert at the Artist Den, and the material was mostly this debut album. And Like a Star, really, I can't forget that. It's lovely, and her voice is so gentle but expansive, very influenced by the soul R&B divas, but also she added in an English feel, born in Leeds, of course. And the more upbeat, more rocky Put Your Records On was also another beautiful song. Okay, so those are the four eponymous. Now the next one, Richard Cho asked for an album with the most characters in the title. I couldn't beat his Tyrannosaurus Rex choice, but I'm going for Arthur, or The Decline and Fall of the British Empire by the Kinks. 43 characters in that title. Wonderful album. Victoria, I always remember Victoria, and Ray Davies at his best. And of course it got that political humour, the concept of what he's talking about, with the impact on the monarchy in the UK. Now the shortest title, I really had a bit of a problem with this, and I'm struggling really to choose one, but I'm going to go for and I'm struggling. Up. Richard McCook chose So, I'm choosing Up. Same artist, of course, Peter Gabriel. 2. I was going to choose Symbols by Led Zeppelin, but I think that's known as 4, really. But anyway, I'll stick with Up. Now, finally, what's Quarter about? Don't really know. I'm going to guess it's either the time duration between these contest videos in relation to the total time he's been, Richard, have been delivering videos on your channel, or it could have something to do with the number of views that as a percentage of the total views, subscribers I'm talking about, not views. Could be the number of subscribers that have increased since your last one relative to the total number of subscribers. So I'll wait your answer on that, Richard. And if you were to draw me out of your hat, don't worry about sending money overseas. Just send that £50 to the RSPCA. I'm a great lover of animals. I've had 5 dogs and despise those who are cruel to animals. And so send it to the RSPCA. Okay, that's my lot. Thanks a lot. That's my video. Oh, and I hope it's not too messed up